Hello, everybody. Welcome to our fourth Global Startup News. And we are collecting this news for founders from around the world. So you get updated with the most interesting news we believe that would be most useful for you. And so we give our opinion on those news, and let's get started. And before we begin, I want you to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and of course, leave your comments below so we can have a discussion with you. And the first thing I want to discuss is the blockchain. You know, this week, this is the topic we want to discuss. Everyone wants to speak about blockchain, and especially the news about the markets, it's going down. So everybody is so upset. And let's see what's happening in the world about that and how it can impact your startup. And I'm going to show you a few things. Just take a look at the market. This market is bleeding, cryptocurrencies is going down, people are losing money, everybody is upset, and so many negative news in this crypto industry. So I'm not an expert in cryptocurrency, so just bear with me. And the reason I'm talking about cryptocurrency is I think it impacts the startup world because it's part of blockchain. And look at what happened in Russia recently. Russia decided to ban blockchain. Unfortunately for the blockchain industry in Russia, or cryptocurrencies actually, not blockchain. So unfortunately for this industry in Russia, it can lose a lot of talented people. And Pavel Durov, one of the very famous and credible founders from Russia who created Vkontakte, Telegram, and many other great stuff in the world, he said the same thing. So the reason of the talent flow will be exactly this action, and it will impact the entire, it can kill the entire industry in Russia. And in this regard, I think it's important to see that Russia is a great country with talented people who are becoming part of great startups. They are sometimes creating great startups, or they're becoming part of technology companies and working internationally for those companies. And now what happens is that in those countries, international countries, they open startup programs. You probably heard of some startup programs, but they were not so developed as in the last few years. In fact, in the United States, previous administration before Trump, they had created one of the startups program. It was stopped, and now the new administration again renovated this and started again. It's interesting what will happen with that, but what's important that some parts of that country understand that immigrants are making a significant impact to the job creation, to the innovation creation in the country. And so they're trying to give some stimulus, some preferences for those founders who are creating that. And this program will definitely get some support to the founders coming from around the world. But it's not only the United States. The competition for talents is just increasing. It's getting hot and hot in the startup space for countries who are fighting for talents. Look at Estonia, at Netherlands, at Canada, at other European countries. I know Netherlands or Australia are fighting for talents, Asia. So it's just, it's very unfortunate that this happened to cryptocurrency industry in Russia. And so there might be a reason they start leaving the country. However, I don't think it will last too long. I hope not. And this industry will continue to evolve in Russia because Russia is part of global ecosystem and it has already significant value, a couple of $1 billion in that specific industry. So I just don't want to see that this value that the country created for the world together with other countries, they just will lose it. Unfortunately, for now, it seems it might happen like this. Well, blockchain is also one of the other wonderful things that happens in the world and impacts startups right now significantly. And therefore, I would like to move to the other topic that is important for this week because it's a blockchain thing. And also, it's being discussed on different media about Web3. And Web3 is just another hype. Some people are saying. On the other hand, they say metaverse, Web3, blockchain, NFTs are creating not only hype, but it's a next generation technology that can actually change our life, how we understand this. Well, according to Jack Dorsey, a famous guy who created Twitter, he sees that Web 2 is already owned by venture capital investors and corporations. It is not owned by people in the world. Well, it's actually a strong statement, and he believes that this will be the same with Web 3.0. And if we, the people of this world, don't want this to happen, it has to be decentralized and has to be driven by the community. And it makes a lot of sense because if you want the freedom of speech, decentralization, and all the benefit decentralization is giving to the world, to every one of us, to our companies we are creating, of course, we have to drive it. Everyone should impact that. Why it's important? Well, of course, there are plenty of things blockchain already gave us, but not everyone understands the value of blockchain deeply. In fact, there is one important thing happens you may really like. If you're at early stage as a startup, you might be looking for funding. And already you probably heard that somehow blockchain startups are raising capital through this tokenization and different other sources. And it's sometimes hard to understand what really happened, how they raised. But okay, this is the blockchain technology that people believe in, and this on-chain fundraising is one of the other source of people from around the world ready to chip in into your company at early stage because they believe in you, they like you, the founder, they like your idea, and of course they see the potential and they want to put some money into your product, into your project, so you can build the company. Companies exist to solve someone's problem, and if you get funded, so you can create more value in the world. Sounds amazing. Unfortunately, there is another dark side of it. For even with venture capital as well, or with any other investment, it creates a risk of fraud. It creates a risk of losing money or some fake project, and it's already happened and proved to exist. Well, it's a wild west in there, but it doesn't matter. It's still a wild west, and in future it will become a quite credible source of fundraising, competing with blockchain. It will not kill the traditional venture capital, of course not. However, it will definitely become a significant source for fundraising, especially at early stage. And triple F might change to triple F and B, blockchain, as far as I see it. We'll see. Well, let me know what you think, because it might be an interesting conversation, discussion, debate. Share your ideas how you implement blockchain into your companies. What you think it's important to implement for founders right now, so we can impact in a good way the blockchain development in the world, and so it can benefit to all of us. And what else should be taken into account in blockchain? Do you agree with this trends happening? And what's just other views you have on the entire blockchain industry for your startups, wherever you are? At the same time, also share with me some topics that you want me to discuss, where you want me to have some expertise to share with you. I definitely will bring some good experts, or I share my own expertise, and I want you to succeed. So just give me information, just give me the request. I hope I will be able to provide you the right answers so you can move on. Well, on this note, I think we've achieved what we wanted to share with you. And I'd like to say thank you for being part of global world. We are building something amazing. We are building the startup ecosystem for global founders where you can be connected with the great network of founders, of investors, and you can help out each other building international companies, like in Silicon Valley, but digitally. So there is no borders, there is no visas. You can build from where you are together.